what's going on, guys? Jeff here, back again with another video. So today we'll be talking about Ford Motors. So if you guys are wondering, Ford Motors just released the earnings report for their quarter 4 of 2021, and honestly speaking, they missed on earnings, they missed on guidance, and it's kind of weird because we were kind of expecting Ford to kind of beat estimates because we kind of have this sort of weird line between Ford and General Motors. We're expecting them to kind of do the same kind of thing since they are more towards the traditional side of automobiles. They are the ones that are still trying to get into the EV transition of things as compared to the Tesla, the Rivian, and such. So the thing about Ford, right now, the good thing about Ford is that they have higher profit margin. However, the issue with Ford is, like I said before, I feel that if we are in the long term of things, if we believe in EV transitions, we would like to go against the traditional automobile. So something like Chamath Palihapitiya like to say is that, for example, if you are against, if you're for EV transition, basically just long Tesla and short Ford and GM. That's basically how the play goes. And he also often like to say, you should short Apple and Facebook, and then you should go long on Google and Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, basically that's kind of how he plays out his entire grand scheme of things. And I think let's not talk about the Apple side of things. I feel that let's talk about the Ford side of things, and I think that it kind of makes sense when I actually hear about the theory behind it. It makes a lot of sense. So over here, we're going to be talking about looking into the earning report for Ford to begin with. Okay, so over here you can see that Ford actually did the whole earning report. It wasn't exactly fantastic, and I actually covered this in my daily news, which should be uploaded in my channel yesterday already. If you're interested, you can just watch it over there. But what you'll actually be seeing here is that they are actually earning lesser money despite having higher profit margin for the entire company. And one issue about Ford is that because if you're actually aware of what Rivian Automotive is, which is the SUV and truck EV company that was being backed by Amazon and Ford, but then Ford kind of said, okay, you know what, we don't really want to be behind it as much. Rivian actually helped Amazon earnings. Same thing. I actually explained this entire thing from the daily news from yesterday. I explained a lot about why Amazon actually went up so much. It was actually because of Rivian alone. Without Rivian, Amazon would not even have this good of a earning increment. Okay, so over here you can see Amazon.com, huge earning beat was huge. Okay, but it wasn't driven by consumer shopping or its cloud business. Okay, which is the net revenue, the net sales, and also AWS. It's not by those items. Okay, it was mostly driven by gains from its holding of Rivian automotive stocks. So Ford Motors owns Rivian stock as well, which is why I'm also talking mostly about this as well. Which is why I'm going to be mostly talking about how Rivian and Ford kind of have this sort of transition in between. Like Amazon, it reported better than expected fourth quarter earnings Thursday evening. Ford stock, however, isn't climbing like Amazon shares in after-hours trading. Okay, so after doing the whole EPS, it was $27.75, while we expected $3.77. Okay, about 8 times or so. Okay, so that is a huge earning beat. Okay, so which is why Amazon definitely will be going up. Okay, but anyway, the interesting thing is that if you actually exclude Rivian's gain and adjusting for taxes, Amazon earning was closer to $8 a share, which is almost about maybe 2.1 times increase instead of 8 times increase. But of course, compared with expectation, like I said here, the quarter is still qualified as a huge earning beat. But of course, we are looking at the grand scheme of things. Honestly, I don't think it's $8. I think they kind of like have some sort of a misprint because after I counted it, it was around $5 or so. But yeah, okay, sure, $8. I'll give it to you, $8. Why not? Ford also owns Rivian shares, about 100 million. So gains on those holdings added $8.2 billion to Ford operating profit in the fourth quarter. And Ford reported unadjusted per share earning of $3.03. Wall Street was looking for $1.11 a share. So technically we should be up, okay, because this is still around 3 times of what were actually expecting. But shares are still down. Okay, right now we're still in pre-market. I'm recording this right now at about 9 p.m. On a Friday. But right now it's still down about 5.5%. Okay, and it's kind of weird because you would expect the same thing to happen to Ford as compared to what is happening to Amazon at the same time. But Ford reported 26 cents a share compared with Wall Street estimate of 45 cents. So this is the issue here. Because if we actually take out your operating profits and your non-operating income, it comes out to be 26 cents. And we're really expecting a lot more from Ford, which is 45 cents. And that's why it's a huge miss. And similarly, the biggest issue with this entire thing is that investors are not impressed with Rivian at all. And I think if you are watching my channel, chances are you already know how much I do not like Rivian and how I have earned so much money shorting Rivian, buying puts on Rivian, selling calls on Rivian, whatever it is, I'm always against Rivian. Okay? But now the issue is that, okay, let's just see, okay? Rivian, let's look at Rivian's pricing first, okay? So Rivian actually IPO'd at about $100 or so, okay? Great IPO. Went all the way up to $172, okay? Pretty good, okay? And it went down and 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 down to $53. Last week, it went down to $53. That was how bad it is. Okay, from the high of $172 down to $53, that's 60 to almost 70% decrease in the price. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Okay, let's see. Can we actually get that? Okay, we probably can't. But anyway, so right now it's hovering around $60 or so. Okay, but the issue now is that on the 9th of May 2022, the lockup on Rivian for Ford will be expiring, and that's kind of where the right hook comes in. If Rivian actually gonna have a lockup expiring on the 9th of May, personally, I am looking at how Rivian would probably get destroyed on their pricing, because people who are in Ford probably are saying, you know what, I don't want to hold on to Rivian anymore, because if Rivian cannot show us good deliveries, Rivian don't have any good future for us to actually look forward to, I am going to sell the stock as it is. I don't want to hold on to the stocks. I want to hold on to cash. I want to buy into other stocks. I want to buy back the Ford or whatever the hell it is. I'm not going to be holding on to Rivian. And I think that's kind of what the general market is kind of feeling for at the moment. And because of that, I think that Rivian would definitely have a sell-off because of that, which is on the 9th of May. Of course, if Rivian have a sell-off, we are also under the impression that Amazon and Ford will definitely be affected, seeing how they also have market shares exposure to Rivian as a whole. So personally, I feel that would be a very important date for us to look at Rivian. If Rivian price do go down, the lockups for Rivian expires and everything go down, there's a huge chance that Amazon and Ford goes down in price. And that's why I'm looking at Rivian price so closely as well. Okay? But right now, what I'm actually looking at is the deliveries for Ford. Okay, Ford actually post 7% fall in the 2021 US auto sales. And in terms of sales-wise, I'm pretty sure, okay, Ford delivered about 1.73 million vehicles for the entirety of 2021. Okay, and Tesla delivered a total of 936,000 vehicles in 2021. So now let's take into comparison of Ford and also Tesla. Okay, Ford is this traditional auto maker that has been in the market for decades on end. Okay, for super duper long already. Okay, Tesla is this so-called new company that's only been around for a little bit less than a decade. Okay, you know what? Maybe a decade. Okay, if we actually count from the R&D from the Roadster onwards, let's say right now, if you're taking the Model 3, the Model S, the Model X, and Model Y, without counting the Cybertruck, and the Plaid, we are taking into account that right now it's 936,000 deliveries in 2021 for Tesla. And Tesla right now, we're expecting guidance for Tesla to go even higher to about 15% growth in deliveries quarter over quarter. And Elon Musk came out with a guidance saying that in 2022, they're expecting at least 50% growth in terms of delivery for the Model 3 and Model Ys. I think that's where they basically earn most of the money. For the Model S and Model X is the more exclusive version, the more expensive version. And because in the year of 2022, Tesla is not going to be doing much about the Cybertruck. They want to improve on the ramping up of their production gigafactories that are actually doing all the mass production of all these vehicles. So if you actually take into consideration, chances are Ford is going to be losing to Tesla in about 3 years. And this shouldn't be happening. Okay? Because if we actually take into account of all things correct, Ford should be so ahead of Tesla. It should be crazy. Like, Ford should have like at least 4 million deliveries. At least 4 million deliveries. Or if that's the case, Tesla should have way lesser. And if Tesla have almost 1 million deliveries in 2021 alone, it simply means that Tesla is en route to destroy Ford in terms of deliveries in what, 3 years? 3 years to defeat one of the longest lasting automobile company in US. And Tesla's going to do that. And that's why I think that Ford is probably going to go down. So of course, if we actually also count the F-150 electric cars by Ford, their production is also a lot slower as compared to the Model 3 and Model Y of Tesla ramp-up production. And that's also my concern for Ford. If you're unable to actually match up with Tesla Model 3 and Model Y for your so-called staple F-150 electrical vehicle, it will be very hard for you guys to fight Tesla in the next year in terms of deliveries near to the quarter 3 and quarter 4s. And that's kind of my concern for Ford at the moment. So yeah, that's kind of the reason why I'm a little bit bearish on Ford. I don't want to say I'm a huge bear either. I just do not see Ford really having a very good business model ahead. And that's kind of where I'm coming from at the moment. So yeah, over here you can just kind of see the deliveries for Tesla. The Model 3, Model Y, 911,000. Okay, the S and X, of course, is a little bit lower. We don't care. It's all right. The total, 936,000. And the guidance was like 50% higher. And let's not forget, this is one of the biggest points as well. Tesla did say that they are going to master the FSD by 2022. Yeah. I think that's easily a simple mic drop moment, okay? Tesla will master the FSD by 2022. Like, there's nothing else I can say about it. Because if this is actually happening, it simply means that no other car company is going to come close. Mm-hmm. The one that is actually even closest to Tesla would most likely be Apple. And Apple has not even started. That's how crazy it is, okay? Ford is nowhere close. What Ford and GM and Rivian and NIO and XPeng and Liado, whatever all those EV companies are doing right now, are just trying to electrify vehicles. Tesla is trying to make a self-driving vehicle, okay? And if we actually get to FSD mastery, I'm looking at, I think it was layer 5. It should be a level 5 autonomy. If it's not a level 5 autonomy, it should at least be a level 4 autonomy. And that's what we're actually looking for. If you can see a level 4 or level 5 autonomy on Tesla by 2022 alone, then yeah, I cannot wrap my mind around it, where I see another company. I cannot wrap my mind around the fact that someone wants to invest in a normal automobile company or a normal EV company when Tesla is already doing that. Personally, same thing. Again, I'm gonna just tell you guys straight up. I'm not even invested in Tesla, okay? Because I had been an investor in Tesla for quite some time, and I kind of sold my stock, buying the stock, sold the stock, been trading with Tesla a lot. But right now, I do not have any shares in Tesla, and I'm still bullish in Tesla because the thing is that I feel that I do not want to put my money into Tesla because I want to put it in something else. I feel that there's a lot more options for me to look at, a lot more different companies for me to actually play with my money at the moment. But Tesla, man, if you're talking about an automobile company, if you're talking about an EV company, I mean, really. And when Biden, okay, I don't want to get political here, but like when Biden said GM is the leader of the EV sector in US, I'm like, oh my God, Joe Biden, what Joe Biden, what are you on? What? But yeah, when Joe Biden said that GM was single-handedly the leader in the EV scene, especially in the US, I was just flabbergasted, you know. So yeah, okay. That's kind of my whole entire thesis on why I think Ford is going to go down. It's also because of how bullish I am on Tesla. How I think Tesla is going to be one of, if not the best company in 2022. Or no, okay, not 2022. I would say 2025. Okay, one of, if not the best company in 2025. In terms of market cap wise, I do not think Tesla would be that high. I think that there is a good possibility that Apple or Google will be up there first. Personally speaking, I do think that Google will overtake Apple when the stock split do happen. I think Google is a lot more stable as compared to Apple. But yeah, who knows? But yeah, Ford wise, I'm not super bullish on Ford. I'm not bearish on Ford to the point where I think that everyone should just short the market completely. Same thing, not financial advice, but I just do not like Ford enough. Okay, like what Chamath said on how you should long on the companies that you believe will do well in the long run and short those that are basically the rivals to it. I think he actually said something that's relatively correct, especially with Ford and GM. I don't think Ford and GM is gonna do that great for 2022 and 2023. In the short run, I do not see them really outperforming themselves as much. Even when they do hit the estimates or they hit they beat guidance, chances are they're not going to go up high. However, if they were to miss on any of the estimates or guidance, they're going to get destroyed. And that's kind of why I think that it's just very hard for you to really get the Ford. So yeah, that's kind of my thesis on it. If you do enjoy this sort of video, drop me a like, subscribe to my channel. So follow me on Instagram right here. I kind of talk about all the things that I want to talk about on my Instagram story, where I can't be bothered to create a video to talk about it immediately. So I just kind of just dump it into my Instagram story. So if you're gonna look at my stories in the first 24 hours, you're gonna catch some of my thoughts there anyway. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys